It's just, again, I have the same thing like last time.
Okay.
So, but let's we check. No, it's actually working and we are live now. So all good. Okay. Testing times. We already 42 minutes live. So that's really good.
Well,
Now I want to say hello, everyone. Hello, Graham. And I'm very, very happy to talk to you today again about a health. So, can you share a little bit your foundings about how you feeling yourself when you are taking supplements, when you
mhm.
actually improving your health? Can you share a little bit for us? And again, quick reminder for everyone, please make sure you always with us at 6:30 every Tuesday. So we sharing this wisdom with Graham. Please share the wisdom.
Hey, Renata, it's an absolute pleasure to be back with you again. And yeah, where to start really? So when I first discovered supplements, I well, I was in a place where I didn't think I needed supplements. I think a lot of people are in this place where they go, supplements are just for health freaks or, people who aren't eating the proper food and things like that. But actually, what I've learned in the last 6 months is that actually the food that we get in the supermarkets and a lot of things that claim to be organic and all the rest of it actually contain a lot less in terms of nutrition than they used to in previous decades. And a lot of that's down to modern intensive farming. Actually, the supplements that are available can really bolster and support a otherwise healthy diet because if all we do is just kind of have the fruits and vegetables and products from the supermarket, actually we can miss some really important and rather vital nutritional elements. So yeah, I mean, for me, I think trying to describe to people what it feels like when I've got the balance right in my microbiome and my cardiovascular system's running well is really difficult. Sometimes try and say it's like trying to explain the color blue to a blind person. Unless you can actually experience it, it's very difficult to put it into words. So I think that's one of the reasons why I keep talking to people about these products is because I really want everyone to experience what I have experienced through, getting the right nutrients into my body, moving away from this place of cravings and kind of constantly feeling like I need something more to a place where actually my body's really satisfied. I mean, and yeah, I'll go on to say just quickly on that as well. I think I'm not perfect. I have my bad days where I'll eat some terrible stuff, and it takes me a little while to get back on track as well. So I'm not some perfect health guru either. But yeah, the supplements for me have really made 10 times difference in the last 6 months or so. Yeah, so yeah, does that answer your question?
Yes, what I was thinking, when you start thinking yourself how I can improve my health, and then you
Hmm.
start researching, then you start looking into this, and then when you start taking supplements or some vitamins and finding your right balance and feeling good, and then you're looking back and looking around you, and then you think, why nobody told me years back? And then
Mm.
again, you realize if years back somebody told you, you wasn't ready. So this is what we do. We're sharing for those people that they are actually ready to improve their health. They
Mhm.
are thinking how they can make their daily life better. Not just that, I always gonna keep reminding the simple thing is when you have to check your boiler. You're doing that yearly. Then you need to go for MOT with your vehicle. You're doing that.
Hmm.
But then you realize what you do for your body, actually, what you're doing. You think you're eating healthy, you think you drink lots of water, but in reality, is that's not enough? Do you feel perfectly good? That's
Hmm.
reality. So, said that, I would love to ask you the favorite supplement of
Hmm.
what you are taking, let's say, just not on daily basis, but let's say instead of coffee or instead, then you need more energy. Let's say if you
Hmm.
go to night shift and you have to stay awake all night and your body not used to, how you helping with that? Do you have any suggestions for us, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So my favorite supplement when it comes to getting that extra energy boost when you need it is the E9 product, which comes in a little box like this. And in this box, there'll be 30 sachets. And each individual sachet, if you can see that, it's just that's one individual dose. And mix that up with a bit of water, or you can put it in some juice. It's got a lovely pina colada flavor. And it's called E9 because whilst it is basically like herbal energy drink, it's also got all 9 amino acids in it. It's got a little bit of L-arginine in there as well to get the blood flowing. And it relies on extract of yerba mate and extract of guarana seed. And it gives you 4 to 6 hours of really nice, clean energy. So it's not like an energy drink where you might be a bit buzzy and a bit jittery. There's none of that with this. And also, when you kind of starts to wear off, it's kind of gradual. You can even fall asleep on this as well. So it's a very different experience to maybe drinking a Red Bull or a strong coffee, but it gives you the end result of actually giving you that lift, giving you that extra energy, that extra performance when you need it, but without any of the negative side effects that you might consider. I mean, a lot of people who I switch over from things like, Red Bull and Monster and coffee, where they're relying on that to get through the day, a lot of times people tell me they really struggle to sleep or they have disrupted sleep patterns. So one simple change of actually moving on to these um, can have a huge impact for people.
Wow, excellent. I learned a lot, you know. This is so incredible. Yeah, thank you so much. Now,
My
what I
pleasure.
wanted to say, you know, can you share with me, I will add on this our live stream the link that people be able to come and have a look to be familiar with the supplements, and if they want to, they can order as well. So can you share it after this video when we're done live? Can you share it, please, the information? That would be helpful. Thank you.
Yeah, no
Now,
problem.
I want to ask you why you think why people not investing in their health.
Mm. Um, I think quite often there's some mental blockage here. It's interesting how people quite often will prioritize others rather than themselves. And actually, one of the key things to remember in life is if we're not looking after ourselves, it becomes increasingly difficult to look after the people around us. So I think one of the reasons why people sometimes struggle to put themselves first, and I've got to say, there's a wide spectrum of reasons, but I think this is a real key one, is because they're that busy looking after other people, they actually forget to look after themselves. So I think that's a key reason. And another reason is I think people have like money mindset issues as well. So, they're quite happy to spend money on the boiler, on, the weekly shopping, on a holiday, on various other things but when it comes to actually investing in your own health, sometimes that can be a real mind block for people. So I think both of those things are key factors.
You think about that is for me, uh, well, for me, it's quite obvious. If you working for yourself, or you even working in agency, or you working with the big organization, we all can be replaced. But
Hmm.
when you're running your own business, nobody else will replace you. And that is
So true.
always surprised me when people happy to upgrade any tools they have, any softwares they do have,
Hmm.
but they're not improving their health. And then one day, that's reality is, then one day you stop. And when you stop, what's happened then? You're not earning the money. That day, if you work, you changing the meetings, and the clients can really simply choose somebody else instead of you. The reality,
Yeah.
it's not something magic here, but that's the reality. And so that's why we're calling this is like when you building your elite business, how about your elite health?
Mm.
This
Yeah,
is it.
absolutely.
This it is. And we already 11 minutes live. Well, our start wasn't that easy. We just we was live, but we wasn't sure we are live. But I like to invite people to comment, ask the questions, ask anything you like to know about any supplements, what we are, what each of them doing it, okay? Or if you have any questions health wise, just share it, okay? Because the reality is your life, your body. Nobody will replace that, and only you can improve it. So share it, comment, ask any questions. Additionally, put the like, subscribe button, and help others to know more this amazing information which is sharing by Graham in this our live streams every Tuesday. So I want to ask you one more question because we committed to do 15 minutes. I want to ask you the one question.
Hmm.
Which supplement is your favorite? And additionally, sub question, why?
Hmm. Well, there's lots that I love. I mean, every single product that Synergy makes is unique and special in its own way, and the product range isn't huge either. But every single one is well crafted. But there is one supplement that stands out way above the other ones, like the absolute jewel in the crown. We've talked about it on here before, but it's this one here. It's called Pro Arginine, and or Pro Arginine Plus. And it's very unique in the world of supplements. There's nothing else quite like it out there. It's an L-arginine supplement, and for me personally, this is the one that I take every day without fail. And for me, what this does is it keeps my whole cardiovascular system nice and healthy. There was a study done, one of the biggest studies of its time, where they had people who were either taking heart medication or they were on the transplant register, and they were like at the end of what medical science could do for them. It was the High Desert Heart Health Institute in America. So for 90 days, they gave people two sachets of this supplement, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. And after 90 days, everyone who took part in the trial was either off the heart transplant register or off their medication. What this can do for heart health is just completely off the scale. Um, Everybody who gets onto it has wonderful stories to tell. There's so many testimonials that I could share with you. It's untrue, and it's right across the spectrum from people who have invested in their health very early on, through to people who maybe, they've really had quite a lot of heart issues by the time they've discovered this product, and it's enabled them to have a much more comfortable life. But actually, prevention's much better than the cure. I personally feel like everybody over the age of 30 would benefit from having one sachet of ProRG as a kind of a maintenance thing for the whole cardiovascular system. And I can go into a lot more detail on that. And yeah, and so many people have, there's so many good webinars out of it. For me, the biggest frustration is that, this isn't on the NHS, that people can't just kind of go to their doctors and be given this. But I mean, it's all natural, it's all organic. It's basically like a big collection of fruits and vegetables with all the goodness squeezed out, put into a sachet and crafted to really target the nitric oxide boost, which keeps all of our hearts and blood vessels super clean. And yeah, that's the one that I would not be without.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you so very much. And said that, I will invite each and every one of us, please comment, ask any questions. We will be back live next week, Tuesday at 6:30 UK time. So thank you so much, Graham. It was so nice talking to you.
Thank you,
And
Renata.
we will prepare more questions for next time. Thank you so
Bye-bye,
much for everyone.
everybody.
Take care. Bye. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes.
You see, now I learned this.